Let's talk about the trade-offs. Data privacy versus convenience, full control versus cost, and if you're in a regulated industry, especially now with all these geopolitical uncertainty around data sovereignty and AI sovereignty, how do you help enterprises think about these competing priorities where they have to decide for one or the other?
We do, especially when they start looking at, can I self-host? So the challenge that we find is that a lot of companies are very used to using cloud. And cloud is not the same as what we see with AI companies and the way you invest with AIs, in part because the costs for cloud, the CFOs might scratch their heads at this statement, but the costs for cloud are much more constrained than the costs for AI models from that perspective. And so it's really important that you are able to look at how you're building these systems out and what you're doing. It is much easier for an AI system to compromise your security, to send data where it's not supposed to be. If you're not using a trusted party, then it's much easier for them to scan or review all the information that you're sending through those models. And it can be very sensitive. If you're doing the work the right way, it will be very sensitive information. And the last thing you want is for any type of sensitive information you have, and I would include your code and your business processes in that list, to be shared or compromised with a third party. So data sovereignty is incredibly important from that perspective. And what we need to be thinking about here is that there are governance boundaries across different countries. There's also elements of making sure that you have the models available and running. So one of the things that we see very quickly with AI, AI automation and people doing governance here is that the engineers really start to lean in on all these processes and capabilities. If AI is involved in every pull request and every code review and every issue that you have and log reviews and analytics, that analysis quickly becomes a problem for you.